Hello subscribers and non-subscribers, and welcome back to Let's Play Stellaris MegaCorp. Just a quick reminder of what happened last part for those of you guys that haven't watched that video for whatever reason. So the war in heaven kicked off. Most people picked a side, either joined the League of Non-Aligned Powers, which is going by the name the Star Axis, because the game doesn't bother renaming any existing federation. That basically swallows up the League to just being the League. They get to keep the name. Handful of people did choose to join the either of the Awakened Empires. And we finally went and opened the L Gate, and somewhat annoyingly, we did not get the Grey Tempest, or Grey Goo, or whatever the hell it's called. Kind of wish we did get it. Because it would have been somewhat fun to open it up and let loose some Grey Tempest ships into, well, mostly it would be Awakened Empire allied nations. So, yeah. We are the only independent power left in the galaxy because we chose not to take control of the League, mostly because I don't care to be in a federation, even if it's a endgame federation like that. So we're just sort of gonna set up shop in the L cluster. Is our plan. Get the other L gates to open at some point. I don't know exactly what triggers that, but I assume something will. While we continue to build up our... Oh, come on game, quit lagging so much. I know it's the 2400s. But yes, continue to build up our fleets. System resources analyzed. Maybe upgrade them.
Scientific progress attained.
Some army damage. I will take the fleet command limit. Thank you very much. Ah yes, we built some storage, whatever they're called. Resource silos. I don't know why I thought they had the word storage in them. Because we need a little bit more storage for minerals if we want to go and turn one of the planets we colonized into an Ecumenopolis. Which is something we do want to do. You apparently need even more housing. Can't do anything for Earth. You're getting a hydroponic farm. You are getting a city district, that's fine. You need housing, but I can't do anything for you there. That's gonna be a bit of a problem. I might just have to replace the generator districts and agricultural districts with city districts. In fact, that's just what we'll do. You need more workers, so I'll go ahead and give you another energy district. This is, I guess, going to be another agricultural world, which, I mean, is fine. Oh no, this is Chris. Oh no, yeah, no, this one is going to be that agricultural world. I was thinking that was Drov. Let's see. You need workers. How about you get a city district instead? Actually, no. Generator. Well, no. Wait. You're a refinery world. You know what? How about you just go ahead and do more refining? What do I need more of? I could stand to get more. Well, what am I buying? I guess the better question. And what am I buying the most of? Rare crystals. So go ahead and get me more rare crystals. Let's upgrade your thing to a stronghold. That'll get you some additional jobs, but that still won't be enough, so we'll build you a agricultural district. You need workers. How about I just upgrade your mineral purification for now, and we'll sort it all out later. I'll give you an energy grid, I guess.
Construction complete.
Let's see, you need more workers. You already have a mineral purification that's already upgraded. I'll give you a stronghold, mostly just for the hell of it. It would also give me a little bit extra naval cap, which I could always use more of. This is an industrial world. I don't know why we have all of these. I can understand that and that. Don't know why we have the synthetic crystal plant here. I guess I'll just leave it for now and maybe replace it later. Let's upgrade your research complexes. I will upgrade your stronghold. Yeah, that's all going to take a while to sort out. Actually, out of curiosity, something I've never really bothered looking at. Do you guys actually cost... No, you don't. You don't cost any mineral upkeep. So that's fine with me. That'll make my job a little bit easier, because it means this starbase capacity stuff is kind of irrelevant. Especially since we're bringing in so much energy. And I think we're basically just gonna build up our fleet and sort of wait for one of the three powers to be weakened enough to swoop in and grab some stuff.
Special inquiry concluded.
Old with defects, that gives us nanite transmutation, which will allow us to utilize the nanites that we're getting from up here and from terminal egress. I would love to upgrade terminal egress.
Construction complete.
But I actually don't really need these stations anymore around their L gates if we're not going to get the Great Tempest. I'm going to get the game up to fast. We're at that point in the game where normal is a little too slow.
Together we will build a brighter future.
It takes too long for a day to tick by. Mega structure rest. Okay, that actually would give me the resource storage that I need. I don't technically need those resource silos anymore. We'll probably keep them. But that's megastructure restoration. We don't actually have any megastructures to restore. I'll get that. It's still useful to have, even though it's not as useful as it could be, since I can't actually access it.
Construction finalized. Construction complete. Anomalous readings detected.
And where's, actually, I'm curious, where's most of our money coming from? Trade. Yeah, not too surprised. Now, do I have anywhere that I need to worry about pirates right now? A little bit there, but that's irrelevant to me. Don't know why I have you. Oh, because there was a wormhole there, yes. That's probably why. It doesn't really matter.
Construction finalized.
Should probably just go and kill those guys. Then I can get rid of that starbase. No, maybe not get rid of it because it's trade hubs that I kind of need.
Complete.
So I actually need those. In theory, no, I don't. This station should be able to get it. I think. Well, I guess we would find out after the fact.
Construction finalized.
Yeah, you know, we're gonna go ahead and deal with these guys. One fleet should be more than enough to take care of this system. Let's try and hit it from a side that isn't going to result in us going to war or fighting everybody there. And I don't need any more consumer goods, so not interested, move along. I'm definitely not going to give you 4 specialist pops for 1,000 consumer goods that I don't need.
System resources analyzed.
Okay, game, come on, let's pause. Build me a starbase there.
Our research has progressed.
Energy weapon attack speed. Let's get energy weapon attack damage. Or, well, energy weapon damage. Let's go for even more fleet command limit, because I need more and more. And probably more battleships. Yep, that's fine. And we'll get the Kapova fleet up to that after the fact. Get to assisting research on Earth. I don't know why you're not. Let's drop and encourage pop growth on Mars. Ugh.
Construction complete.
Who do I have a non-aggression pact with? I don't even recall anymore. Oh, you guys, yes. Because I'm hoping to improve opinion enough to get you to become a vassal of mine. Although it's actually not that useful because I was thinking of something different, I think.
Transmission incoming. Discourse anticipated.
Yes. Who are... no, that's a Star Axis. I don't care to join. I think I was thinking of something from maybe Star Trek New Horizons. Which, I'm pretty sure it's the domination tree. And once you complete it, you get increased research of anything that a vassal has finished researching.
Construction finalized.
Maybe it is something from the base game, but it was changed to something else with 2.2. I honestly don't recall.
Construction finalized. Construction finalized.
That's those battleships. They take forever. That's our problem. Okay, Pith Council has opened their borders to me because reasons. Okay, I do actually have you fully set up to build all your city districts. Wonderful. Mark that as somewhere you can actually go. And eventually I'll be able to actually go. There we go. And let's go to fastest while we wait for the fleet to arrive.
Enemy station engaged.
Now, do they actually have anything useful? Regenerative hull tissue, that's not useful in the slightest. What do you have? I already told you, I'm not interested. But I guess they exited my borders and then they proceeded to eventually re-enter my border, so they gave me the same offer again. We are going to lose some ships in the Kapova fleet. I am not surprised by that. It should mostly be corvettes, though. Oh, you know, you actually lost a couple of destroyers and cruisers. Or did you? No, you didn't lose any cruisers because you actually were supposed to have 8 anyway right now. Go somewhere and repair, that's fine, and reinforce. And kick the out to fastest while we wait for you to get all your stuff. Good, you're done there. Go ahead and build the outpost around Roar. I've sort of ignored a lot of these planets that we conquered. Mostly because they're not really that useful anymore. They're just kind of there. Okay, you guys are pretty happy. I think we can get rid of the martial law thing. Yeah, that's fine. Why do you have so many commercial zones here, though? They're not even giving you that much. We're just gonna make a bunch of you unemployed. We'll keep the precinct house. We'll get rid of that. You guys are going to be a forge world. I hope you realize that. Whoops, now you got to downgrade and then demolish. Whoops, did not mean to click out of there. Actually, you might have been fine with that. Yeah, I know. Crime is bad on Earth. We'll deal with it eventually. It's kind of something I can't do much about until I can deal with the criminal syndicate that has set up shop on Earth. And I can't deal with them because they're on the opposite side of the galaxy. And there is a wormhole, but it's not where I need it to be. Oh, god damn it, they just opened another one. I wish I could do something to deal with them, but I can't. Beyond just swapping out a whole bunch of buildings. No. To be precinct houses, basically pulling what the AI used to do when 2.0 first came out. Which is not something I'm particularly interested in doing if I can avoid it. And I will avoid it by literally not doing it. Yeah. I mean, unless I have to get into this trinary star system here to trigger the Grey Tempest, I'm 99.9% sure that we've sort of got screwed over and just got the empty.
Transmission incoming.
No,
Discourse anticipated.
No, you're not getting a research agreement with me. We ended up getting screwed over and got the MTL cluster. Which kind of sucks.
Construction complete.
Yeah, no, it's just a bunch of regenerative hull tissue. That's absolutely worthless to me.
Our research has
Have a stronghold so you can give me some more naval capacity. We're perfectly fine on food by a lot. Let's go for even more fleet command limit. And gateway there was activated now. It's not useful though because it's cut off from the rest of the Empire. Now if these... Okay, that L gate finally opened. So I could technically launch an attack into the Restorer's territory. Okay, maybe not.
Discourse anticipated.
The Restorers are which ones? The Fanatic
Transmission
Xenophobes.
incoming. Discourse anticipated.
No game. God. Yes, this is now late game where the game will lag like there's no tomorrow. Even if you're playing on normal speed, so yeah.
Construction finalized.
This will always be a problem with Stellaris. I'm sure I highly doubt the devs will ever be able to actually fully fix it. best you can do is hope that better hardware comes out, help alleviate the issue. Don't know what the Pith are doing. I don't think they've really done anything. Beyond maybe lose some stuff. Because... well, no, maybe you took some stuff, actually.
Construction
Yeah, no, you
complete.
managed to actually take some stuff, apparently. Which is actually surprising.
Construction
Because I
complete.
fully expected them to actually require my military to do anything. Granted, they've done basically nothing. They've taken, like, maybe 2 systems. Yeah, looks like 2 systems. And have attempted to fortify them. Because I guess they don't want to push any further. They realize they really can't. Come on, you guys are almost there. Okay, you're done. Go over there.
Construction finalized.
So we ever so slowly stockpile more and more minerals. Admittedly, they should be dirt cheap. Well, okay. Not dirt cheap, but they're pretty cheap. Honestly, I could buy the 20,000 minerals I need. It would just cost me... actually, no, I would not be able to afford all 20,000. But I'm not too far off. We'll go ahead and, I think, start selling more food. That is the battleship. And it's going to take forever to actually get there. I think we're just going to go ahead and move on to the next system now. And we'll take even more losses because this one has more stuff in it. No, it's not too much more. It's some asteroid outposts. I don't think it has much else beyond that. Compared to the previous Marauder system we hit. Okay, we got a free admiral. Not that I really need another admiral. But thanks anyways, game, I guess.
Transmission incoming.
No, I do not
Discourse
care to be
anticipated.
in any way related to your federation. No, unyielding is not a trait I'm particularly happy that you got. And they're all regenerative hull tissues. Yep, don't care. Now this one will be a little bit harder to crack because it has a lot more of those singular, or a lot more of those stations. And it actually has 2 galleons, excuse me, 3 galleons,
Finalized.
2 fleets, one decent amount stronger than the first, but a whole bunch of those void dwellings. So it's going to take forever to crack compared to those other ones, and we'll definitely take more losses in terms of... God damn it, they opened another one. I mean, it's not really hurting us too badly. I do, however, need to... Oh, you know what? Screw it. Well, one, why don't you just jump there? Save yourself the time. It's well within jump range. go. Research the projects and survey the system. Why don't you jump there as well so you can go ahead and build the outpost once it's been surveyed. I don't expect any particularly useful resources for the simple fact that this is a marauder system and they don't typically have useful resources beyond maybe a couple of energy credits and minerals. Okay, the the Star Axis fleets are on the move yet again. Don't think they're doing anything though still.
Transmission incoming. Discourse anticipated.
By 5,000 minerals, that gets us closer to what we need. Until all these are built, doesn't really matter.
Construction complete.
Again, game, I do not care to be related to your Federation.
Anticipated.
Who are you? And I didn't realize there was another independent somewhere. I'm sorry, game. Where are these? Because could have sworn everybody joined. Okay, game, yeah, I need you to tell me where these guys are. Uh-huh, are you rebels? You are, that would explain it, yes. You want me to give you a defensive pact. That's kind of wishful thinking. Because you have no fleet whatsoever. You have quite a bit of troops, though. It's a lot more than what I got. What are these, anyway? They're just regular old assault armies. You just have a whole bunch of them. 54. Yeah, that's more than what I got. I got 20. No, you're not going to get a defensive pact, I'm afraid, though. That is a terrible idea. I would, however, be willing to invade you. Well, I guess maybe just demand vassalization. That'd be good enough. Yeah, probably easier as well. Actually, invading you will result in me taking losses. Yeah, here. We're not going to do the whole defensive pact thing, but you can be my vassal. You're still not quite willing. Yes, the moats must flow. There's a whole bunch of money. Keep my thing going. I may not have needed to buy that many, but we're just going to buy that many anyway. What can I do to... I don't think there's really anything I can do there. I just gotta wait for trust to improve enough. Or somehow close the distance. Which is not really possible without actually bordering the Awakened Empire.
Scientific progress attained.
Wonderful. Let's go for... I don't think that we're really using any kinetic weapons for the most part. And I don't plan to ever build our Titan. So, sure, we'll go for better explosives. And yeah, that's going to give us a whole lot of extra stuff. Are you already building the stuff there? You are. Wonderful. Once you're done there, go ahead and build the outpost over there. Game, I don't know why you didn't bother going and surveying this system before heading down to here, but you did because you're absolutely stupid when it comes to pathing sometimes. You are
Surplus analyzed.
apparently missing your cruisers. I thought those were being built. Maybe I was lacking alloys. That's fine. This is the one that's turned into a forge world. Well, it will be eventually, yes. Just upgrade the other stuff and we'll sort out the expenses later. Wonderful. I don't think I'm building anything else right now. Go ahead and take out that system. And also, I think I'm going to sort of micro you around, just sort of hit the outside, not flying straight to the center and aggroing everything. Let's get a little further out to the sides, or the outer edges of the system. Fly down, hit the outpost, hit the void dwelling. You did manage to aggro the galleon. Ooh. The recent destruction of their large void dwellings at the hands of the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics has prompted the MegaCorp to unite under a single great Khan for the first time in history. This mysterious warlord, who, according to some accounts, is a powerful psychic, has convinced the MegaCorp to put aside their differences for the sake of continued survival. Great war fleets from previously hidden anchorages are being crewed by eager MegaCorp warriors and restored into working order under the inspired leadership of their great Khan. They now demand vengeance from the galaxy for their lost kin. A new threat is born. And his name is Glop. Great Khan of the MegaCorp Horde, and I am here to announce to the galaxy that a new age is upon us. The dark age where MegaCorp were senselessly butchering one another for scraps of resources or a misguided sense of honor has finally come to an end. I have solemnly promised my people a new beginning through the formation of a great empire that will forever enshrine the name of the MegaCorp species in the annals of galactic history. To those who would stand in our way, know this: I will stop at nothing to realize the true destiny of my people. If you oppose us, the MegaCorp Horde will grind you into dust. Strong words, especially since I'm probably about to kill you anyway. But, you know, you have fun with that. Oh, shit. I might need to bring another fleet in. And that is just outside jump range. You're going to have to jump to Wymos. And you're going to be busy. You're going to be busy for a long time. Oh boy. This was not expected at all. I mean, you guys probably win this, let's be real. They don't have any... Yeah, it's shit. It's mid-tier equipment. Like, early mid-tier stuff. They just have a lot of ships. So, you know, if you can just manage to kill everything without aggro... Holy shit, there's even more. Don't worry, guys. I got reinforcements on the way. They're just gonna come in from the other side. It's gonna take them a little while to get to you. We might be forced to jump this fleet out of there. We'll actually, I think, jump you out. Yeah. Kopova fleet, you stay alive. You're gonna have to listen to a Bee Gees song. While you wait for the Orska fleet to arrive. Also, maybe leave your troops behind, because they're really not needed. And I would like to avoid them getting killed, potentially. Yeah, okay, yep. Get the hell out of there. You get out of there as well. Yep. I was expecting that to go a lot better. Also wasn't expecting a whole bunch of ships to literally spawn out of their ass.
Hostile reactionaries engaged. Hostile reactionaries engaged.
Where? There are no hostile reactionaries to engage unless... Oh, they have two ships that jumped into here. They must have. I really wasn't paying attention. Also, maybe let's not,
System resources
again, head
analyzed.
straight towards the center of the system, and that is a lot of stuff over there. I do not have a fleet in a position to deal with it. If I move you guys down here, Ineos should, I think, be in jump range. Now, I don't know where their Great Khan is. Presumably he's on one of these ships somewhere. Let's look for a ship led by a guy named Glop. Oh, there he is. Found him. Well, I guess you know what to look for. Look for a fleet that's literally called Chosen of the Great Khan. We'll go deal with that. Just set up shop here and wait. They're flying towards us. Let them come towards us. And the Kapova fleet is still stuck hiding. These guys are... Yeah, no, you're gonna stay where you are. You guys have not jumped there yet. Is that in jump range? Please tell me that's in jump range. Yes, just barely. Okay, that'll get us up here. Then you'll have to fly the rest of the way. Yeah, we're gonna lose a whole bunch of ships here. And we almost lost the Kapova fleet. So that means that's a whole fleet I need to basically replace. Is he not coming? Nope. The Chosen of the Great Khan has proceeded to move up there. Wonderful. You jump to there. I don't know where that other wormhole that the game was going to have you go to was, but it definitely is not where I'm wanting to go.
Starbase under assault.
Yes, yes, yes. You guys got this, right?
Station under assault.
I want to assume you guys got
That will
this.
set quotas back.
I mean, not really. Well, you guys would probably have this a little bit better if you didn't constantly aggro everything, because Stellaris always has your fleets moving forward to get into... Oh, we have yet another promising officer.
Station under assault.
Yeah, I don't care, game. Kapova army has arrived there. Okay. Kapova fleet has arrived back home. I think we're gonna buy a bunch of alloys. God, it's expensive. I'm gonna have you jump to there. You guys still got this, right?
The march of progress has been delayed, but not stopped.
You guys should have this. You just gotta stop getting aggroed by the damn stations. They're not even the biggest threat, let's be honest here. Okay, forget the stations, kill the damn ships. Do you guys still even have your battleships? You do, I just don't know what they're doing. Part of the problem is they're not firing the big guns because they're getting distracted by other shit. Oh, you guys do actually destroy my outposts. That's fun. Fuck it, have you guys emergency FTL as well? You're taking far too many losses. You guys stay there. Oh yes, stop selling alloys.
Evading hostiles.
Why? No, game. That... You were literally right next to a way out. Right fucking next to it.
Science vessel under attack.
Okay, you managed to get away. Good for you. You guys still not interested in being my vassal.
Together we will build a brighter future.
That's nice, that's nice. Yes, gateway construction would be wonderful. You guys... Can you guys get out of there before these guys manage to jump here? I don't think you can. But we'll try it, especially since you're at least flying away a little. You gotta be faster. Oh, you were not fast enough. You jumped a soul. Yes, extend the deal. Yeah, you guys just head home. You're not needed. The Orska fleet won't arrive until next year. We still got crap for stuff you guys give me, right? Just a bunch of regenerative tissues? Yep, still crap. Now game, you said these guys had promising officers, and they're actually pretty decent. I'm going to replace this guy with somebody who's a little bit more skilled.
System resources analyzed.
Now let's go take care of their home system. Where's this guy going? Is he coming for me? No. Okay, there we go with that. Kill the ships.
Construction finalized.
Continue to rebuild the Kapova fleet while I wait for the Orska fleet to get back home. Oh, I think we are actually using some kinetic weapons. We are. Yes, we are. It's just, it's not much. So we're going to kill all their stuff. Okay. You continue going around killing their stuff. You can come back. You are actually coming back. Let's deal with all their stuff here. Now, I don't know if I have to kill. I don't know if just destroying all their stations will cut it. Probably not. Yeah, game, I know. We have some serious crime problems on a lot of our worlds, but there's really nothing I can do about it without replacing everything with other stuff, and I don't really feel like replacing everything. Pirates. Oh, seriously, regular pirates?
Together we will build a brighter future.
Well, it shouldn't be an issue for me. They technically aren't my pirates. They just spawned in my stuff. There's a difference. Well, in theory. No, I will have to kill the Great Khan. Is he coming back? He is, because these guys are trading spaces. Go kill this fleet. And do it quickly, because the Great Khan's about to jump into the system from the opposite side. And somebody became a substance abuser. Governor. Why do governors always become substance abusers? Like, I assume there's a reason for it. Are you coming into here, or no, you're going over? Okay, then I shall intercept you, I guess. And the Gapova fleet continues to be rebuilt. Here we go. Now, sadly, they're gonna jump in practically right on top of us. Like, it's very close. They're gonna jump in right over here. Which is a little close for our weapons, I think. There we go. Now we just kill the galleon, which Glop is on. And there we go. So, Great Khan meets defeat. In spite of their vaunted military genius, Glop, the Great Khan of the Minokaru Horde, has met with defeat in the Wymos system when the armada they were commanding was lost in battle against forces belonging to the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. The Great Khan and their closest officers fled into hyperspace in a small shuttlecraft. Even now, Glop is busy assembling a new armada to resume the conquests. But this victory has brought some much-needed respite to those who oppose the relentless advance of the Minokaru Horde, so the Great Khan is not infallible. Maybe go here, hop in the gateway and jump back, because, you know, that should be faster. Yeah, you can have that system, I really don't care. Now to rebuild a bunch of stuff. Also, I'm replacing all your stuff with trade hubs, because I really don't need you pumping out ships. Okay, I have an industrial world. Upgrade it. Replace this with another civilian industry. Because we have a nice, perfect forge world over here. Stop selling those things. Oh, we've apparently been still buying consumer goods this whole time. I didn't realize. I thought we had sorted out that issue, but apparently not. Oh yes, we lost our... Yes, I forgot. We did actually lose the science ship that was over here. So let's get a new one. Because I need to now resurvey some systems, because some of them I never actually surveyed.
Analyzed.
We are slowly on our way to getting gateway construction, which will be wonderful.
Construction complete.
Also, technically I can now set up your trade. It's a little wonky, if we're being honest, but whatever. That's what we gotta do for now. Draw over, are you almost done with it? Nope, you are still a long ways out from being done with all those city districts. Now I do need a new scientist because that one died. Sure, I'll just give you anomaly research speed, I really don't care. They built yet another fucking office on my territories. And if I hadn't lost a whole bunch of ships there, I would have probably done something about this.
Transmission incoming. Discourse
Or, well, I'd be closer to doing something about it, rather. But because I lost a whole bunch of ships, I now have to rebuild, and that's going to take a while. I mean, food is dirt cheap. We're really not selling it for a whole lot, but let's kick that up to 200. Let's maybe buy some monthly alloys. Let's start with a nice small number of 10. How much are they? They are 16. You know what? We'll kick it up to 20.
Construction finalized.
No, give him. You can use that. And then use your jump drive. I know that comes as a surprise. But trust me, it's an option. I know you don't realize it because you never take into account jump drive with pathing. What the fuck happened to all of our trade, though?
Construction finalized.
We were raking in the dough previously with our trade, but now it's shot to hell. I'm not quite sure why. It might be those, yeah, it might actually be because of the criminal syndicate. That's probably contributing to it. I'm gonna have you jump up there. Yeah, just give me everything. You know what? Sell this row. Stop buying as many of the rare crystals because we don't need to. Stop buying the exotic gases.
Construction complete.
Oh, you are actually building them from the bottom, or from the largest to the smallest game? That is a miracle, because you don't normally do that. Okay, what happened to the science ship that was up there, game? Now you have me need to go and look for all my science ships. Yeah, no, you don't need to do that. Just come down here and assist in research. This stuff will all get surveyed eventually.
Construction finalized. Construction complete.
Actually, no, just focus on the research projects first.
Construction complete.
Oops, wrong one. Yeah, just get the Kapova fleet up. And yeah, we've surveyed that entire area, so I clearly don't need these. So just get rid of them, that'll save me some extra money. In exchange, we shall fortify terminal egress. Okay, the restorers have built a gateway, which I assume means they restored one. Oh no, that would have been a build, definitely.
Construction complete.
Yeah, they got an equivalent economy to me, but they are a lot stronger.
Surplus analyzed. Construction finalized.
Is there anything I can drop to maybe improve my alloy production? I don't think so. Not that I'm seeing, no. That kind of sucks. So yeah, I need to get Drov up. Also need to massively increase my mineral income, because apparently it's not as good as I remember it. Which could, again, also be a case of, or be related to the criminal syndicate.
Construction complete.
I think you are building them from the smallest to the largest, right? Yes. I don't know how the game decides whether or not to build the smallest ships first and when to build the largest ships first.
Construction complete.
It just does.
Surplus analyzed.
It's like all I can really say. Is sometimes it does the smallest first, other times it does the largest first. There doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason as to when it decides to do it which way.
Construction finalized.
and you guys will have to wait to do anything else. More smuggler activity decreasing, trade value. Oh, I wish there was stuff I could do about that, but again, the only way I could really combat it would be to... I could drop a anti-crime investigation, which will help to alleviate the problems to a degree. But that only really helps so much. And realistically speaking, I don't think it's... I think it's a case of it's a little too far gone to do much of anything. Oh, well, we might be thinking of turning Mars into another Ecumenopolis world. We might have, because it really doesn't have any good districts, just a whole shit ton of city districts. Oh, then they built one here as well. Launched an anti-crime investigation. Now see, you have plenty of spare building slots, so I can easily plop down a precinct house, maybe kick them off that world. No, I'm gonna go for the city districts, I think. Get the extra trade value there. Replace you with a city district. Not you. Replace you with a city district. Replace you with a city district. No, generator district.
Construction complete.
I wish I could do more to get even more minerals here, but I can't. You have all of your mining districts built. They are all at max capacity. Might have a change of plans with you, and you'll be a mix of resources potentially. Here we need more workers. I'll build a generator district. I don't know why the enigmatic cache is still hanging around, but apparently it is. How many jobs does that provide? 2, so I'll build 3, I guess. Build a mining district there. Oh geez, it's only 2 clerk jobs? Damn, I thought it was a lot more than that. I really am thinking of the commercial zones, I guess. Get you 3 generator districts, I guess. You need housing. I'll give you a generator district. 2 mining districts. 2 generator districts. Drav is fine. You are looking for a specialist job. They have not built anything here. You just have some problems. This is a world that doesn't really know what it wants to be, and I just can't be bothered to try and sort it out and give it something. I have a galactic stock exchange, sure. Wow, yeah, we're just gonna sort out your job problem. You need housing. God, you also have some mining districts. Yeah, we're going to replace all these with mining districts. I'm just going to go and tell you that now, game. There we go, you are at full strength.
Surplus analyzed.
We at least have one fleet at full strength now.
Complete. Scientific progress attained.
Yes to the armor, I think. Okay, you guys are about even. Let's get the Orska fleet then.
Construction complete.
You can't really do anything, so why don't you just head back to Seoul? Well, I assume that's where you were. It doesn't really matter.
Construction finalized. Construction complete.
And I assume the reason you can't take anything from here is probably because you don't have an actual
Construction finalized.
connection to it. Because I don't own all of this stuff.
Construction finalized.
That would be my
Construction
guess.
complete.
I could be wrong about that, of course. Oh, have food, seriously. I just took out the Great Khan, who never really got anywhere. As a result, we did not have the fracturing that is supposed to happen when you kill the Great Khan. Because there was nothing to fracture.
Construction finalized. Together we will build a brighter future.
Because part of nothing is nothing. And that's basically what happened there. Sure, let's go for more shields. And how much does it cost to build a gateway? A shit ton of alloys that I will not have for a while. Because they are fucking expensive. Let's stop buying as much, or as many consumer goods. That'll help us a little bit
Construction finalized.
with getting money that we can then spend to buy alloys.
Construction complete.
Terminal egress, anything you give is to go to there. Which I don't think terminal egress is going to give anything itself because I plan to fortify it. I'll probably build up Euristi, or however the hell it's pronounced, right behind it. Probably the best place to build an actual trade thing for terminal egress.
Construction complete.
Also, I don't get to do anything with any of these planets. Yeah, when you get the empty L cluster, you really do sort of get screwed over, because there's nothing you can do with any of them. It's like, oh, here's a nice nanite world. You can't do anything with it. You can't study it, you can't terraform it, you can't do anything.
Construction finalized.
Now, if the AI would be so kind as to just gift me alloys, I would be happy. And I would promise to kill them last. Apparently I could declare the Star Axis as a rival. Which, I don't know why I would, but, I mean, I apparently could. Okay, these guys are under the Arbiters.
Scientific progress attained.
How are the Arbiters doing? Worse economy-wise, apparently. They've lost some more stuff over here, looks like. Yes, they did.
Construction complete.
Granted, my strategy would be basically to just neutron sweep their
Transmission
worlds.
incoming. Discourse anticipated.
Who are you and where did you come from? Are you rebels? You are. But you're a criminal syndicate, so screw you.
Transmission incoming. Discourse anticipated.
Another group of people. Where are you? Up here. More rebels. Would you accept a vassalization? No, you would not. I'm still not going to give you a defensive pact. That is a terrible idea. Especially the AI actually, decides to do something. This is an absolute crap world. Why do you have 2 holo theaters? There is no reason to have 2 holo theaters. You don't know what you want your capital to be. It's going to be annoying for me now because when I take it, inevitably, you're going to have to do something with it. No, you don't get a non-aggression pact either. And nor do you get a research pact. I wouldn't mind a research pact with you, because, you have overwhelming tech. Commercial pact, I get basically nothing, they get like everything. That's almost 200 freaking energy credits for them. It's ridiculous.
Transmission incoming.
Somehow the game says that seems fair. More rebels, I assume. Yes, on the opposite side of the galaxy.
Transmission incoming.
No.
Discourse
No.
anticipated.
Who? Oh, that's the Star Axis asking for it. They're not going to get one.
Construction finalized. Construction complete.
Okay, you guys are almost done with your destroyers. Then you can maybe do other stuff.
Anticipated.
No. Quit asking people. Seriously. You would think eventually you would realize that you've lost, or that you're not going to get what you want. Trust is continuing to grow, although I don't think your opinion can get any higher. Your trust can, but I don't think that's gonna help me enough to get anything. And apparently you're more receptive to vassalization than you are to a research agreement, which I feel is a little bit weird, because one, you still get to keep your sovereignty, the other one you don't, and the one in which you lose a lot of you basically lose your sovereignty you're willing to give me. I don't understand the logic behind that, but that is apparently the way it works. Let's go for the naval cap, because we're going to need it. And it looks like you guys do actually get the... Okay, slight change of plans. If you guys are actually getting the research... when you rebel, I might actually be receptive to a non-aggression or a research pact. Yeah, you guys have 3 S. Wait. Hold on a second. Oh no, that's just not right, game. That is not right at all. You let the rebels get escorts? Really? I assume they're not supposed to, because they're technically supposed to play by normal Empire rules, I would assume. But the game somehow doesn't understand that concept properly or something? I don't know. I think I can jump through the L gate into hostile territory. Although I'm not allowed to apparently see through the L gate, which is actually the slightly annoying part. Stop buying as much of that. Let's up how many alloys we're buying. Yes, now you're doing your cruisers. Wonderful. And it shouldn't cost too much for you to get your battleships, or excuse me, your corvettes.
Construction complete.
There we go. See, our mineral income skyrocketed. I honestly don't know why. I mean, I know I built a bunch of new mining districts, but that is a lot higher. Traders steer clear of gang wars. That sucks, because that's decreasing the trade value here because of a travel advisory. There's nothing I can really do about that till I can deal with those frickin' criminal syndicates that, for whatever reason now, in the late game, decided they're willing to go ahead and try and get on my nerves. But they weren't willing to do this earlier in the game when I might have actually been able to do something to them, which I assume that might actually be the reason why they're doing it now. Is because now I would actually be able to do something about it. And yeah, I don't get any of your stuff because we are... Yeah, I can't form a research agreement with somebody who is my vassal. And I don't think I get any bonus research from them. So yeah, that actually kind of sucks. We are close to 2 full fleets. Game is apparently not going to let me build your cruisers or your corvettes for some reason.
Transmission incoming.
Oh, because it wants to build the battleship. I mean, is the AI actually going to do anything about it? That's, I think, the big question here. Let's just run with the assumption the answer to that question is a resounding no.
System resources analyzed.
And we're going to try and get the research agreement with you so that I can get the extra tech. Research speed, hopefully. Which will hopefully help me out. Now, how much does a battleship cost, since that's what you're wanting to build? 1,400. Well, 1,444. How are you guys doing here in the star? Oh, you've been pushed back. Color me shocked. So I'm gonna need to keep an eye on you guys. And hope your opinion of me improves enough that I can actually get the research agreement. much. This might take a while. Because you guys are also fucking xenophobic isolationists. Okay, is there anybody better? Ruthless capitalists, you might be more receptive, yes. You. No. You guys are more receptive. Well, potentially. Well, you would have been more receptive if I had gone on your good side earlier, it looks like. So, let's just look around. More ruthless cap. You guys are definitely no. In the grand scheme of things, nobody likes you. So we're gonna try and avoid getting on your good side. You know what? I will form a defensive pact with you guys.
Transmission incoming. Discourse
No.
anticipated.
And I would love to get that research agreement. Part of the problem is because you don't get a lot of benefit, for one, but also you have other research agreements. So you're a little bit less receptive. Did you guys just pop up? Yes, but you are hegemonic imperialists. Okay, no, you guys did not actually just pop up, because you already have a whole bunch of research agreements.
Construction finalized.
Okay, how much does a Corvette cost? 180 to 196. So that'll take a couple of runs. Basically each month I can build 2. Depending on how much I had left in the stockpile from the previous month. We are going to have to kick back up to buying more consumer goods and selling a little bit less food. There we go. We now have 2 full fleets. Next is to get the Kapova fleet up. And then we'll have 3 full fleets. And we still won't be able to take on either of the Awakened Empires in an actual fight. Best I could probably do is try and snag some of their signatories or what are they? What's the other guys called? Thralls. Before they can really do anything.
Construction finalized.
That is probably our best bet. See, if I created a federation with you, you'd probably be even more willing. But I don't want to form a federation with you. And I will avoid declaring you a rival until I am reasonably confident that I can actually beat you. Or, at the very least, give you a bloody nose.
Construction complete.
I mean, I do have the advantage of having access to terminal egress, and if it's well fortified, I can jump pretty much anywhere, because again, I'm 99% sure that you can jump from terminal egress to any L gate, even if that L gate is in enemy territory. Gateways do not work that way, but L gates, I'm 99% sure do work that way. So if I fortify terminal egress, the enemy, if they try to attack it, will take heavy losses. But I can use it as a staging area to attack them, which would actually be nice. But first I kind of want to get my fleet back up. Admittedly, of course, this is vanilla Stellaris. I don't have new ship classes running, so the only defensive platforms I can build are the normal crappy defensive platforms that are absolutely worthless and are in no way, shape, and or form ever worth their cost. If this was new ship classes, it would add back in the defense stations and fortress tiers, which would actually be worth their expenses and would actually allow me to properly fortify this territory, or to fortify terminal egress properly, thus making it practically impenetrable to anything but a full-on attack from an awakened empire. That's the only problem with starting a series before new ship classes gets updated.
Transmission incoming. Discourse
Who are you? More rebels, I assume? Yep. Do you already have buddies? You don't. But you're not really interested anyway. Oh, let me open my borders to you. That will make you a little bit more receptive as well. And you might open your borders to me. Because you sort of closed yours, presumably because mine were closed.
Construction finalized.
And it's going to take forever to get all of the corvettes for the Kapova fleet. But eventually it'll get them all. So,
Construction complete.
next week, when I stream this, we will hopefully not lose pretty much our entire fleet to a single thing. Yes, to the Galactic Wonders. Thank you very much, game. We won't lose pretty much our entire fleet of, well, almost lose 2 fleets and have a third get damaged a little bit. Because we won't have the Khan to worry about anymore. So yeah, next week we might actually be able to attempt to do something. At this point, our choices are either go to war with the League and help them,
Transmission incoming.
or well,
Discourse
effectively help the
anticipated.
Awakened Empires win, at least against them. Then hopefully they can focus their attentions on each other, which is kind of preferred because that's where most of the damage will happen. The League really isn't doing a whole lot. They're just kind of there. It's one of the main reasons why I didn't join it, because I knew the other members were not going to be worth it. They are all crap. And would not be useful in the slightest. But yeah, like I said, next week we will probably actually be able to do something potentially against the 3 big powers that still exist.
Construction complete.
I really want to kill these fucking criminal syndicates, or this
System
specifically.
resources
Oh wait.
analyzed.
Ooh, okay. Okay, hold on a second, game. I did not realize that they actually had an L gate there in their territory. So I think I know what we're going to be doing next part. We're going to be declaring war, I think, on this criminal syndicate here. Tell them to get the hell out of our territory. That'll give us a handful of energy credits. because I should, and I might test this off screen just to confirm that it hasn't changed, I should be able to jump into Handsome's Abyss from terminal egress. The only issue is whether or not the arbiters will actually do anything, or, well, more specifically, if any of their signatories will actually do anything. I assume not, because one of them does actually border me, technically speaking, but generally they don't. So I think they'll generally leave me alone. It would be great if I knew where their fleet was, but that's unlikely to happen. They should be busy fighting the Star Axis. If I wanted to build my sentry array, how much would it cost? 5,000 alloys. But it would be great, because it would give me eyes on the rest of the galaxy, and I would know where the Awakened Empire fleets are. How much would it cost to buy 5,000? Oh, only roughly 80. Yeah, roughly 87,000 energy credits. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. I'm sorry, game. You guys almost done? Nope, not quite. But we will be raking in the alloys once we get Drov turned into an Ecumenopolis world, and fully staffed as well, of course. That'll be one of our other issues, is the fact that it's not fully staffed. But that'll sort itself out over time. In the meantime, we're about to increase the number of hit points on our shields, which should help us a little bit. This is actually kind of nice, because if I make more energy credits, I can buy alloys in smaller groups more often to get me to the 5,000 alloys that I need to build a sentry array. But that's only for the base sentry array. It won't actually give me all of its bonuses. That's just for the building site. It's going to cost me another some odd 1,000 energy credits to actually get it up to a fully built sentry array. Or I can go for the stuff that'll actually help me in the war, directly in battle. I'm inclined to go for the energy credits, though, if I'm being honest. It's just me. But I think those are a little bit more useful.
Construction finalized.
Let's drop that down a little bit more. We can sell a little bit extra dark matter on the open market.
Finalized.
How many more Corvettes do you need? A lot more. No. Terminal egress is not a good place to set up shop. How are you guys feeling? You're minus 11. We are getting there ever so slowly. What is all this? Oh, okay, the fleet's repaired because, you know, they got the extra armor now. Don't want to go for the synthetics are useful. They have the potential to be useful, but it's, again, I've been holding off because it's a shake-up to the economy. and a shake up to the economy is not really something I'm looking for right now. Let's go for loader efficiency. Make the couple of kinetic weapons we do use a little bit better. And continue to build up the Kapova fleet. This is taking forever. That's the one problem when you lose a lot of stuff. And in vanilla, the fact that star bases can only ever have a maximum of 6 shipyards really slows things down.
Finalized.
I don't really want to say it, but obviously, again, this is very useful. It's a pretty significant difference compared to new ship classes. Yeah, game, I know there's problems, I know. I wish I could do more to deal with it, but it's really not something I can. Oh, well, wait. Martial law. Just want to confirm that's soldiers, and that gives stability. Stability does not improve. Yeah, no, stability does not help me in the slightest with crime.
Transmission incoming. Discourse anticipated.
You want me to make you my vassal? Sure. Welcome aboard. Or did you guys? Oh no, you guys are still rebels. It just, your color was fairly similar to the Star Axis color, so I thought maybe you joined them. Okay, we might actually be able to get that research agreement with the Guznoid Republic, which would be wonderful.
Construction finalized.
Because that has the potential to kickstart our research, because yeah, they got a lot of research we don't have.
Construction finalized.
There we go. It's approaching the end of the stream. I think I will end this around the time the Kapova fleet is fully rebuilt. Unless something significant suddenly just pops up out of nowhere, which I don't think will happen.
Construction complete.
Okay, there we go. Now once all the ships are built, the Kapova fleet will be completely ready to go.
Transmission incoming. Discourse anticipated.
No, I do not wish to have.
Transmission incoming. Discourse anticipated.
Are you new? I think you're new on the block. Yeah, you're the new kid on the block. You are actually quite willing. Well, not really. You've got the issue of relative technological benefit, which I don't think will be particularly easy to overcome, because you don't seem to be... Yeah, your opinion of me is not massive as a result of mutual threat, because for whatever reason you've currently decided that you don't actually have a significant mutual threat, which I don't know why. No, you're not worth it. It would take forever. Okay, we gotta buy more of those and sell less food. You guys are at -9 still.
Construction finalized.
I think I'm gonna actually have to find a way to get closer to the Guznoid Republic for them to be willing. Fleet command limit. Yes, I'll take more fleet command limit. Damn it, I need it. Okay, there we go. The Kapova fleet is now fully up. You know, it's screwed. I'll let the clock tick down to midnight, and then I'll end this. Let's upgrade you. Upgrade you, because, you know, I actually now have alloys. I can actually use them. Are you almost done? You are close, very close indeed. Am I missing anything? Just the 20,000 energy, or excuse me, minerals, but that's very close to being had. I will buy all 5. I don't know what I was buying before. I think it was all 5 as well, but we're gonna, if it wasn't, we're buying all 5 now. If it was, we're buying all 5 again. We're gonna buy a little bit less rare crystals because we don't need as many. Sell a little bit less food, buy a little bit more of that, stop buying all the alloys. Those guys have a mouthful of a ship registry.
Construction complete.
I mean, seriously, ICMUN, that before the ship name, that's lengthy. Most people do like 3, maybe 4 at most letters. But for them, no. They said, no, that's too few. We're going to go to 5. Now, see, the pit has 3. I have none.
Construction complete.
Mostly for, at least as far as I could tell, historical reasons. As far as I could find, the USSR never actually put anything on the right before ship names. Like, there was no equivalent of USS or HMS or whatever. At least according to a quick Google search that I did way back when. 23,000. Wow, okay. Either your fleets are actually very weak and it's just a case that you have a lot of them, or that fleet is just really damaged as a result of something. I don't know what, because I don't see a Arbiter's fleet up here. So no, I don't think that's why. Well, you got something going on there, clearly. Trade hubs. We will deal with the piracy here by just upgrading the station and giving it modules. Although piracy is not its main thing that it's meant to deal with. They have built another gateway. This one is not in their direct territory, apparently. Oh no, somebody else. It was the Arbiters now that built one. How much did they cost again? 2,500. That will give me a shit ton of minerals. Doesn't one of these give alloys? Or am I thinking of something completely different? No, I'm just thinking of something completely different, evidently. I want to continue to save up for the Sentry Array because that is going to be very useful. More useful than building a gateway around Earth. Or in the Sol System, rather. Because if I can see where everybody's fleets are and how powerful they are, I will be able to do more. Well, better planning is the better way to describe that. They're approaching my borders, and I'm not a fan of that in the slightest. But if I could knock out that fleet... Where are you going now? Because you're turning around. I don't know where you're going now, but wherever it is. Yeah. But as I was saying, if I could knock out that fleet, I could potentially get their tech for dark matter stuff, research it, upgrade all my stuff, and then use it. But to do that, I need to declare war on them and get enough war score to hopefully wipe peace out without significant losses. At least that would be the plan. I will end the part once we have told Drov to upgrade into a Ecumenopolis world, and next part we will actually have it build into the Ecumenopolis world. And okay, now we have a bunch of stuff. You know what? Let's buy some alloys. Yes, useful. You build me a sentry array. And yeah, that's fine. Build it around Sol. It's going to take you forever to build this. Well, okay, it's actually only 1800 days. That's a decent amount of time, but it's actually not as much as I was thinking. I thought it was a lot more than that. I don't believe I have the, what is it? Damn it, it's under edicts. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't have the unity necessary to get that. And besides, I need to finish off the Dominion tree anyway. You know, public trust officers would actually be useful. Ooh, who are you guys? Where are you? Are you rebels? You are, and you're right next to my other guys, which means you're willing to give me a research agreement. Hell yeah. That should help our research. Yes. That just gave us a whopping 25% to researching better kinetic weapons, getting more fleet capacity, and the applied semiconductivity 5. Yeah, that's useful. We will not be turning you into a vassal, because if I do that, then I lose the research pact.
Transmission incoming. Discourse anticipated.
I do, however, refuse to give you a defensive pact. Now, annoyingly, you can only build one mega structure at a time.
Transmission incoming. Discourse anticipated.
Yeah, I will not give you a non-aggression pact either. There's no reason for me to. I mean, sure, I could say, well, sure, I'll give you a non-aggression pact. I don't plan to declare war on you anyway. I could say that. Don't know why I would. Now I'm lacking the influence, and I assume it's because I told you to build stuff at some point. But no, it doesn't make any sense. Oh, it's because of the, yes, the mega structure. And because I can't declare any real rivalries. Well, I guess I could declare you as a rival. That would help a little bit. How many people within the star axis could I declare as rivals? It looks like only the one. Yes, looks like only the PIF can be declared as a rival. Which is kind of annoying because I wish I could declare more people as a rival. So that's only 0.5 influence a month. Which, granted, is still 0.5 more than I make right now. I don't think the League would actually dare declare a war on me. They are just too weak, and honestly, they're in the middle of another war, so they're in the middle of the war in heaven, so they should be distracted from being able to really do anything. So, screw it. I will declare you as a rival. That'll give me a little bit extra. That does, of course, close my borders to you as a side effect. But nonetheless, that's a little bit extra influence. A little more than I was making before, which means I can get up to the 200. Is it 200? Yeah, the 200 that I need to be able to actually do the archaeology project. I'm not going to do that this part. Next part, we will tell Drov to upgrade into well, I don't know, upgrade, terraform. Technically, I think it's terraforming. Into an Ecumenopolis world, which we will then proceed to use to pump out consumer goods and alloys, a little more so alloys, like there's no tomorrow. And then, of course, we'll proceed to use those resources to build up our fleet so that we can actually go to war with the awakened empires. Luckily, we do have a research agreement going now with the Xi cartel. They're a criminal syndicate, but they were willing to form a research agreement with us, so that's useful. The Guznoid Republic are also very close. Is it only going to take you one more month? Because if it only take you one more month, I'll wait. I don't think they stack, though. Who do I have a defensive agreement with, game? Oh yes, the Guznoid Republic. I don't really need my thing with you anymore, though, do I? Oh, governor died. Okay, we need a new governor. Is this having crime? It is having crime problem. You know what? Give me your youngest righteous person. And there you go. Now I could get the research agreement with the Guznoid Republic. But it's not needed. Because I'm 99% sure that research agreements do not stack. So having two research agreements that help with the same tech does not give you a plus 50% to research speed. I'm 99% certain you still get just the one plus 25%. As a result, I have no real reason to keep my defensive pact with the Guznoid Republic active anymore either. And that'll give me back 0.5 influence, which will kick me up to 4 some odd influence a month, which will probably take off a couple of months of waiting to get Drov into a Ecumenopolis world, or to at least select the decision. But you know what? Because I'm not 100% certain on that, I will hold off on breaking the defensive pact this part. If anybody knows the answer to whether or not research agreements actually stack, please feel free to leave a comment, since this will be answered when this video is uploaded as a VOD. Or, well, not uploaded, but is made public as a VOD. And just let me know if research agreements stack, because if they do, I'll probably go for it. Screw it. But if they don't, then I'm gonna break the defensive agreement or the defensive pact, because I would love to have that extra influence. But nonetheless, that's going to be it for this part. We are, now we're making 1,000, just barely over 1,000 energy credits a month, which means I can maybe buy more alloys and other things on a monthly basis, which will help me out a lot, especially once the Sentry Arrays base station has been built, which is going to take forever, as we've already covered. Honestly, Interstellar Domain is not useful anymore, but you can't swap out Ascension perks. It's one of those that kind of sucks. I wish I could. But yeah, so that'll be it for this part. I will see you all next time, where we will be turning Drov into an Ecumenopolis, potentially breaking a defensive pact because it isn't really necessary anymore, because I don't think research agreements stack. And next part, we will probably just be mostly focusing on getting our war, or our economy, into a war footing, so that probably the next part we will actually be going to war. We'll see. It depends on how things play out. But I will see you all next time. But until then, a goodbye and farewell. Let me make sure I save, because I have forgotten to save once in my Crusader Kings 2 series for the first part that I'd recorded that day. And I would prefer to avoid having that be a thing that pops up here, especially since I don't have 2 parts. But yeah, that'll be it. A quick reminder, the channel is not a part of the YouTube Partner Program, so if you enjoy the content of the channel, the 2 ways to help support the channel are to become a patron, in which you do monthly donations, because that's how I have it set up, because I post too often to do the per post, obviously. Or when I do a live stream, you could also use the Streamlabs donation link down in the description to do one-off donations. I prefer Patreon, obviously, because it's consistent, while Streamlabs isn't consistent because there's no guarantee people will donate. But it's up to you, however you want to go ahead and do it. That'll be it for this part. Like I said, I will see you all next time, next week, which that's what, the 21st, whatever it is, something like that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the 21st. But until then, a goodbye and farewell.